U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken will be visiting Israel on Friday. This is his second visit since the war between Israel and Hamas broke out on October 7th. After the meeting with Israeli officials, Blinken will then make other stops in the region. Earlier, Blinken had also visited Jordan, Qatar, the UAE, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia and Egypt. Sanjeev Srivastava, international affairs expert, is back with us on the broadcast. Sanjeev, the U.S. Secretary of State, once again heading back to Israel this week. What do you make of it?
Well, Uday, I think these visits are going to be happening quite regularly because, United States of America is very much closely collaborating with Israel in their war against terrorism. And United States of America has already deployed its military might there with 2 aircraft carriers, a third missile defense system is being also deployed, Patriot air defense systems, additional battery, and many Marines, thousands of Marines on the standby mode. So United States of America is very much present on the ground zero and to collaborate and with the Israeli defense forces and the Israeli establishment. I think United States of America will continue having closer interaction and cooperation with the Netanyahu government. Also, at the same time, United States of America is time and again emphasizing of the fact that when Israeli forces are operating in Gaza, they must follow international humanitarian laws. Because civilian casualties are happening, thousands of people already have died. Obviously, those were innocent people, and 70% of them are women and children. And that's a kind of a very, very disastrous situation is prevailing in Gaza. And how to minimize that humanitarian, casualties, how to address this humanitarian crisis, how to minimize, collateral damages which are happening is the need of the hour. And for that to emphasize, I am sure that Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, when he will have interactions with their Israeli counterparts and the Israeli establishment, he will emphasize upon this fact that Israeli forces must, adhere to the various international humanitarian laws while they are operating. That obviously, we cannot expect this kind of adherence from Hamas, that Hamas will follow any such humanitarian laws. And obviously, Hamas is using women, children as human shields, and that is why also you are seeing the rising number of civilian casualties, because they are not allowing those innocent civilians to move into the safer areas. They are putting them in harm's way so that they protect themselves. So obviously they are cowards, and they are adopting all sorts of means to protect themselves, using women and children as human shields. But yes, this can be certainly expected from a country which is a responsible nation, which has a professional army, that is Israel, and Israel must follow international humanitarian law. That will also be, emphasized by the United States of America and their Secretary of State Anthony Blinken when he goes there in Israel to talk to them.
Right.
Another. One point more is that United States of America will also like to ensure that this war does not get escalated into a regional conflict. And that is another key priority of the Secretary of State, and that is why he is visiting several other capitals in the Middle East region, and he will continue his efforts to ensure that this war does not get escalated into a regional conflict.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.